Have you ever ran out of gas only to think, why? You knew that the tank was getting more empty. You knew that you needed to stop. Why didn't you stop? Was it because you didn't have enough time? Was it because you just didn't want to? Today's episode is all about procrastination. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about all the things that we had to do. And I thought, wow, I have to do some of those same things too. But what do? Sometimes I wait. Just like all of you, I am the same, especially when it comes to going to the gas station or getting your car washed. So here's what happened. It always seems to happen at the most inconvenient times. Am I right? I was wearing a dress and I was on my way to go meet up with a client. And this is where the story goes horribly wrong. I'm thinking, geez, I can really make it there, but can I really? And of course, I couldn't. So there I am, stranded on the side of the road. Let me just give you the mental image here. I'm wearing a dress that's about knee level and high heels. I'm talking on the phone and trying to find some help. But apparently, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody else is at work and I couldn't find help. So I started walking. A little bit later, not very long, half a block maybe, there was a gas station. I went to the gas station and they had a gas can, and the guy took me back there and everything was fine. Now, here's the thing. I saw my gas gauge. I knew I needed to get gas. And I kept thinking, I'll do that tomorrow. Let me just tell you about procrastination. Procrastination is putting off something that you can do right now because you think you're going to have time later. However, when it comes to gasoline in a gas tank, probably not so much. Now, an interesting fact about procrastination is that most people will procrastinate on something that takes less than 10 minutes of their time. They'll agonize over it. Oh, I don't want to do that now. I don't want to do that now. I can't do that right now. But really, it takes less than 10 minutes. Now, picture this. Most people have a hard time with folding their laundry and putting it away. A lot of people are great with just washing it and drying it because there's buzzers. And so you go in there and you have to do that. And it's pretty easy, very effective. However, then you take the laundry out of the dryer and what do? You put it in the basket, or for some of you people, you'll put it on your couch or your bed and let it sit there for weeks. Why? Why do we do that? Because in our brains, we think that that takes a really long time. Right. But does it? No. Guess what? One basket of laundry takes approximately 7 minutes to fold and put away. You heard me right. 7 minutes to fold and put away. So why do we do it? Why do we procrastinate on laundry? Because we think it's hard. We think it's going to take too much time. We don't believe that we want to do it at that point in time. And procrastination is a lot about want. It's more about want and don't want. Let me give you another quick gasoline story. So my sister has this friend and they said they were coming over. And she says to me, she's like, do you want cake? And I said, yes, I want cake. Of course I want cake. Come on, guys. So she says to him, why don't you get some cake? Fine, sure. Okay, cake is on the way. We are so excited for cake. Now, mind you, both of us kind of are chocolate fans. So we like chocolate cake or, like a buttercream frosting or something like that on a cake. Just letting you in on this little piece of information because it is important later. Anyway, so about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes later, he calls. And we're thinking he doesn't know what kind of cake to get us. He's looking in the aisle and he's thinking, should I get red velvet? Should I get vanilla? Should I get swirl? What about just chocolate? What about German chocolate? That's what we think is going on. But no, that's not it. No. He proceeds to say that he ran out of gas. He needs some help. of course, my sister is totally willing to help. She gets a gas can, goes to the gas station, fills up the gas can, goes to meet him at his spot where he is broken down, puts the gas in, then he has to go to the gas station, and they are both on their way. Now, in the meantime, I'm thinking, do you think they're still going to bring the cake? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, how does running out of gas really affect getting cake? I'm holding out hope for this. Anyway, I'd say 45 minutes later, they show up. They both walk in the door, and I'm thinking, this is a coin toss right here. Do they have cake? Do they not have cake? And guess what? Yes, they have cake. Super exciting. As soon as I found out there was cake, I was like, yes. However, I go into the kitchen and I'm just salivating at the thought of cake. And I look over and it's carrot cake. Now, I like carrot cake. Wait, let me back up. I like the frosting on carrot cake better than the carrot cake. The cake itself is only there to hold the frosting, in my opinion. So you kind of have to eat it together just a little bit, but I'd rather just eat the frosting. I'm sure my sister would agree. But beggars can't be choosers. And neither one of us specified what kind of cake we wanted. And this is technically cake. So we weren't complaining. We were happy. The moral of my whole story here is procrastination is something that we all do. And it's typically because you think that the activity that you're doing is the important activity. But usually the activity that you are focusing on is not really the activity that's giving you progress on whatever it is that you are looking to achieve. For example, folding laundry is a pretty easy task. You can do that while watching TV, talking face to face with someone, helping a child with homework. There's numerous times where laundry can come into play. But here's the thing is that because you're doing something else, it seems harder to throw that bit in there. So it ends up laying around and then you're stressed out about it. Then if it's on the couch, you have to move it over so you can sit on the couch so you can watch the movie so other people can sit down. Yeah, I know exactly what this is like because this is something that I do and I do it all the time. And I even know that it's something that takes 7 minutes per load of laundry to do. Here's a little tip. The next time you're looking at procrastinating on something, and this could be something like a phone call, you're dreading that phone call that you have to make to that person that you don't want to talk to. I know you know what I'm talking about. You're sitting there right now. Think about it right now. You have somebody that you don't want to talk to, but you're procrastinating and you're going to wait until the very last minute, or for some of you, even after the time. And then you'll justify it in your mind as, well, I really didn't need to talk to him anyway. That is procrastination. The next time that you're thinking that you need to handle something, or it can be simple, it can be a phone call, it can be laundry, it can be taking the dog out for a walk or to go to the bathroom. It can be, there's numerous things. I can sit here all day and just name off these things, but I think you guys get the gist of this. Think about the actual time it takes to do that task. So, what I'm saying, laundry, 7 minutes. Do you have 7 minutes? And ask yourself, do I have 7 minutes right now to fold and put away this basket of laundry? Chances are you do. How long does it take to take the dog outside? I would say I don't know this factually, but I'd say if your dog goes to the bathroom pretty fast, it can be within 5 minutes. Sometimes it'll take a little bit longer, obviously. Doing the dishes before going to bed. Now, this is something that I rarely do, but that takes about to wash them. And a lot of you that have dishwashers, load a dishwasher. Come on. How many minutes does that take? 5, 7? Maybe less. If you rinse it off, maybe more. I don't know. around there though. You get what I'm saying here? Look at the amount of time that it actually takes. Because here's an interesting fact: the amount of time that you spend agonizing over the thing that you are supposed to do is more than the task itself. Can you believe that? So that phone call that you have to make to that person that you don't want to talk to, that's going to take approximately 30 seconds to say whatever it is that you have to say, or maybe it takes longer. Thinking about it in your head and stressing out about it and causing anxiety is worse than just doing the task. It's worse. And it's longer. It's in the back of your head saying, I got to do the laundry rest. I got to take the dog out. It's always there. It's always there. And you think about it multiple times a day. Oh, I'll do it after lunch. Oh, I'll do it tonight. Oh, the office is closed. I can't do it now. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it. And it begins this cycle. And the cycle just keeps going and going and going and going. And then finally, if there's a deadline, especially, finally, you're like, oh, I wish I would have done that the other day. Or it gets to the weekend. Oh, they're closed now. I wish I would have done that. I'll do it on Monday. The amount of time that you spend thinking that you want to do this and that you need to do this is more time than the actual task itself. Now, when you complete the task, you feel very good. You feel great about yourself. You have all these chemicals released in your brain, these feel good chemicals. You're like, yes, I accomplished something. Yes, yes, yes. Here's another thing it does: it frees up more space in your mind to be able to do different things. You're not stressing out about it anymore. You don't have anxiety anymore. You're not even thinking about it anymore. And the thoughts you do have about it is, yes, I did it. I accomplished it. So there's tasks that take a really long time, like maybe being in line at the DMV. Yes, that takes a long time. However, the amount of time that it takes to just do that is so much less and it's so much more rewarding. You get to have the feel good chemicals dump all in your brain that you accomplished something. And now when you think about that something you accomplished, you feel good. You don't feel anxious. You feel good. You're like, wow, let me just check that off my list. And you're on to the next thing. When you have a list, of say 10 things on there: make this phone call, buy this, do this, go here, handle this. And it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Pretty soon, you know that your list of 10 items is 100 minutes. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, 100 minutes. Wow. How am I ever going to do this? How am I ever going to complete this? Here's how you do it: you put them in a priority level. Let me just explain. So you have a list. You have a list of 10 things that you need to get done. These are low time items, okay? Low time items. This is the laundry. This is putting the dishes away, putting them in the dishwasher. This is picking up something. This is dropping off something, making a phone call. This is what that list is. So you put this list in priority order. You're like, what is the task that needs to be finished because it has a time limit, because you need it? Say you have to pick up something. You have to pick up dry cleaning. You have to pick that up. You need that because you have something you have to wear that for tomorrow. Okay. Dishes. You have to do the dishes because tomorrow you're going to need those dishes. Something like that. You put them in a priority order. So you have 10 things, you look at that 10 things, you say, oh, okay, so what do I need to do now? What do I need to do right now? Put those in priority order. The first thing that's on your list, if it's feasible, in other words, if you make this list at, say, 8 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, whatever time. But if that first thing on that list is something that you can accomplish right now, Do you hear me? Right now. Then what you do is you do that thing that is 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever that thing is, you do it now. Because here's what happens, you feel a sense of accomplishment in your brain immediately because you just wrote this list. It's a daunting list in your mind, anyway. You write this list, you have priorities, and you just get to check off the very first thing. The very first thing. That's a reward. It's like playing a video game and all of a sudden you got to the next level. You're like, yes, I made it. It's these small little rewards that help you throughout your day feel like you're accomplishing stuff. But not only that, you actually are accomplishing things. Do you hear me? This is what I do every single day. Am I good at it? Absolutely not. I'm terrible at it. I have things on my list right now that I should have already done. 30-second things. Make that phone call, send that text, do that laundry, buy this, whatever, pick up whatever. Yes, of course. Of course. I'm no different than you guys. I do the same thing. But I will say this, when you make a list and you make it in an order where you prioritize what is the most important. This place is open between 8 and 5 Monday through Friday. I'm going to do this because it's 9 o'clock right now. Do it. Don't make excuses because those excuses in your mind, they take up so much space. It's a lot of clutter up there of things that go around. You don't need to clutter your head with more things and what's already swirling around up there. Trust me on this. You get some feel good moments. I accomplished a lot today. Even if you accomplished only one thing on your list, give yourself a pat on the back because it's one more thing that's not on your list. I know it is a never ending list. It's a cycle. Yes. It's like a wheel. It's just a wheel that keeps turning and turning and turning. Think about those minor tasks that can make you feel good, can make you feel like you've accomplished something because at the end of the day, you actually have accomplished something. Anyway, I know that procrastination is a huge thing for me. It's not like all of us have this gauge on us that says empty or full, like your gas tank. We don't have those warning signs between empty and full. But what I will say is that if you stop the procrastination, you're going to feel a lot fuller in your life. You're going to feel more accomplished. That little reward that goes on in your head, it keeps going off. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. And that is something that makes you feel really good about yourself. Plus, you're going to end up winding up getting a lot of things done that maybe you didn't think that you were capable of. So, right now, I want you to think of one thing that's 30 seconds or less that you can do right now when you're done listening to this podcast. Send a text message, make that phone call, do something that's 30 seconds or less that's on that list so you can feel accomplished. Be sure to like or subscribe to this. I really, really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. As I always say, where you are is where it's at.